And we are recording. Hello, everyone. My name's Cal Kinslow. Right in front of me, not face to face on the camera, I guess. Face to face through the camera is Owen Carey. Say hello, Owen.
Hi everyone.
Welcome back to the Always Learning podcast. We're a man down again. Adam, what would we say, Alan?
He's busy.
He's busy. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just busy.
He has an injury at the moment.
Yeah, he has an injury at the moment. We're actually going to talk about that, but it is what it is, I guess. So, so how have you been since the last seen you, Alan?
I'm being bad, yeah. I've just been keeping busy doing a few things for my college video on that.
Oh yeah,
The SNC video.
the string. Yeah. And how I saw that you sent the photo, or should I say this? Would they see it?
What? No.
Will the examiner see it? No.
No.
Okay. You sent me a
Oh wait,
photo.
no, don't talk about that. No.
Oh, you sent me a photo of your dog. No, yeah. Are you studying for that properly, or what's the crack?
Oh, I've done it. It's over. I
Oh, you've
recorded
done
it
it.
yesterday,
How
yeah.
long was it?
Half an hour or so. Half an hour, 35
Was it
minutes.
like you had to do a class or something?
Yeah. You had to teach a class just to the camera.
And pretend like there's people there or something, like watching you?
No, just as if as if people are doing it, as if you're just doing an online class.
Yeah. But was your like the way you're speaking, was it different to like when you had done this kind of stuff in person with other
Oh
people?
yeah, it was very different.
Really? What?
Slightly awkward, just different phrases and that you'd use. And you're doing the
Yeah,
whole entire workout yourself. So you're constantly out of breath while trying to talk.
yeah. Being on camera is difficult. I'm
At
still trying to
times,
get I'm still trying to get to grips with it on my YouTube channel. It's like you get better at it, but it's just like, especially when you're like talking, literally you're just by yourself, so you're talking to the camera yourself. There is definitely like a pressure to kind of to to have something good to say almost. And what I find, what's helping me, what I've kind of realized this now, because it does. Sorry, yeah. When you are in front of the camera, when you start getting exposed to it more, it does, and you watch yourself back, you realize certain patterns in your speech.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed already, like from editing my videos and stuff, or like just watching them back or whatever. I say like and stuff a lot, and like I use the two words as a filler word. I'm trying to get better at pauses.
Yeah, I kind of noticed myself. I was using a few of the same fill words over
You
and
watched the
over again.
last podcast back?
Bits. I haven't watched the whole thing back.
Yeah, it was a good podcast. I really enjoyed it.
I've been actually pretty busy this week doing stuff.
What have you been doing?
Not much, just day-to-day stuff, doing a few things for our family and that.
Do you clean a lot? You do like errands around the house?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
I know it seems like a basic question, but like I think it's
Yeah,
really
who
important.
wouldn't?
Yeah, no, but it's like as in a lot of people neglect it, but like sometimes during this kind of period with the coronavirus and all, the way you can kind of get kind of lazy with that kind of stuff. And I actually find, even though before the virus I didn't like doing that really stuff, I actually really appreciate it now because it does keep me occupied a lot more.
Yeah, as well as obviously doing this podcast is keeping me occupied during the week as well.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just these times are so weird, and I'm meditating a lot more as well. I really enjoy meditating. Have you ever tried that?
No, I don't really meditate.
Is
I've
it
done
is
some
it is
yoga before, but I haven't done meditation.
You remember that yoga class we did together?
Yeah.
For the listeners, me and we were in college together, and was it in our first year?
I think it was in our first year, yeah.
Yeah. So in our first year, we had to do like a work experience, practical element of our course, and so we ended up in the same place, our local gym that we go to, and so we did our 2 weeks. But during the 2 weeks, we apart from cleaning, we had to do loads of classes. And one of the classes was yoga. And I just remember when that yoga class that we came, it was a bit of like a spur of the moment thing. Where they go, oh, fuck it, will we do?
Yeah,
Will we do
I
yoga?
enjoyed it, but I'm not so sure about you.
Yeah, but like we were like, oh fuck it, fuck cleaning this. We'll just do the yoga class.
Yeah,
So yeah, so I remember, if my recollection is correct, we came in and it
we
was like
walked in late. Yeah,
we walked in late, and I see I'm really awkward. You were kind of like just like do like just walk to the fucking back or whatever, get
yeah.
your
Well, it
mat.
was my first class, so I knew what to do.
Yeah, what do you mean? I've done classes before.
Yeah, but it was my first yoga class there,
Oh,
so
okay.
I knew the layout.
Okay. Well, yeah, but me being, I'm really awkward with things. I don't know why. Sometimes I just like say things, so I'm like out loud and for the, I am so sorry we're late. And I was like, oh, God. I remember you looked back at me and you were like, stop. And then during the class, they turned off the lights. And I had to like breathe deep. I remember you just kept
You have to do
laughing the
that at
whole
the
time.
end of every class. It's the funniest
Do
bit.
they?
Yeah,
And also, it's not even funny. We're just immature.
yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, those are the days, college. We went to, for those you don't know, we went to Inchicore College. Do you miss the old Inchicore?
Oh yeah, it was good. Nice college, nice courses, good people in our class. We
Yeah.
actually we were lucky with the group of people we had.
What was your favorite part of college? That college, anyway.
The way they taught the courses were real good, like subjects.
What about nightlife? Do you not enjoy the nightlife?
Oh well, yeah, going out as well was good as well.
Mm. Do you like the freedom that comes with college, or are you more like a kind of working man?
I much prefer working than to college. Yeah.
That's really interesting. Like, can you describe that to me? Because I'm the exact opposite. I want to be in college till I'm 40 and then go. Like I
No,
want to get a PhD and everything.
I don't mind learning. I'm not mad about the education system, like
What
the way we're
exactly?
taught, and like exams and projects, and I just prefer just learning about something and not having an exam to do at the end of it.
Oh, okay, so the exam is kind of it's not the actual learning. It's not the sitting in the classroom. It's the exams.
Exams, yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, yeah. Well, no one likes exams, I guess. But like, does that really deter you from not going at all? Like, as in,
Oh, well, I've done all I want to do at the moment in terms of college, but I really want to get back out working. So I enjoy it.
yeah,
Enjoy just going in, doing your job, going home, and having time to do anything
yeah.
else.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, see, I'm really used to going to college, going to work, and then doing my hobbies, whatever it be, gym or with my friends or whatever. But yeah, see, what I'd be worried about for me if I were to do that would be like, as in just occupation, as in always need to be occupied, and I don't know if without college if that's sustainable. I don't know.
Well, sure, you play football and you do jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. Would that keep your time occupied?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, or maybe I just really like learning. Maybe I just like being in the classroom.
Mm. Well, that's
But
probably it.
the funny thing is though, as in, I like being in college, but a lot of the time I just zone out.
Oh,
Even if I'm really
same.
interested,
I zone out as well in college.
even if I'm really interested.
It's hard not to zone out in college when, especially with some lectures, those so boring.
Yeah. Did you when we went into first year in college from secondary school, you know the way a lot of people say it's a big jump and they get a bit of a fright and it's hard to adjust. Did you find that the same or?
I didn't find it too hard to adjust. I found it weird speaking in English in a classroom all
Are
day.
you joking about that, or are you serious?
No, it was weird at the start. Just going
Okay.
into a room and speaking English for the day learning. I was so used to learning in Irish and writing in Irish and doing everything in Irish.
Yeah, I kind of wish I went to a Gael school now.
It was alright. Some parts, some things were ridiculous. Like I enjoyed speaking Irish all the time, but I felt feared. Like if I didn't know a word, or like if I wasn't able to really speak in English because you get in trouble. Obviously, you get suspended in Irish schools for speaking in English.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. And you had like 4 strikes a year. If you're caught like 3 or 4 times, you were like thrown out.
So like you'd be in a hallway with your friend, and if you were saying something like any sentence in English whatsoever, you'd get in trouble for that.
Oh yeah, well we obviously had ways around it. Like teachers weren't around with talking English. If, like they were walking by, we'd switch into Irish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually so envious of that because I'm learning Irish now properly again. Since secondary school, and I'm fascinated with the language, and I speak it as much as I can. I take lessons online, like I do italki lessons. So
Mhm.
I speak about 3 times a week, about 3 hours a week fully in terms of lessons. Then I speak occasionally in my household. But like, as in, I'm fascinated by that because like, as in now I love Irish, but I hated it in. So yeah, like I hated it in school. So obviously we were both the same. We did not like Irish, except you were able to speak it and I wasn't.
Yeah. 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 No, like now I kind of miss speaking it a little. I wish I spoke it a bit more.
Really?
Hmm.
Well, but why is that though? Like, is it just not a pride thing, or
Yeah, yeah, somewhat of a pride thing, I suppose.
does your dad speak Irish?
No.
No. Yeah, it seems to be a trend with Irish parents, Irish speaking parents,
Hmm.
or English speaking Irish parents. They like want their kids to be in Gael schools
Yeah,
now,
a lot of my family went to my school, but none of my aunties or uncles speak Irish.
but they went to a Gael school.
No, a lot of my cousins would have went.
Oh,
Mm.
shit. I'll definitely send my kids to a Gael school. I
Same,
just
I probably won't send them to the school I went to because I hated it. Secondary school.
but it's interesting that like is in you learn or you start to hate speaking Irish in a Gael school, whereas the school I went to, an English speaking school, and like most schools around that are English speaking, you don't hate speaking English. I don't know. I suppose it's not like it's not a set. It's not a. It's not a set rule to speak English, but like
Yeah, a lot of students in schools kind of feel forced to speak it, where obviously they're born speaking English, they don't feel forced to speak it, just comes naturally.
yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. Because like you go to school, like I went to Temple Old College, and up the Logue. No, no, but like the school doesn't say English speaking school, so I
Mm.
suppose like it's literally like English is the first language here, so I guess we're not gonna.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah. But like, did you ever look up the statistics of Irish speakers in Ireland? And then it'll say 1.77 million speakers in Ireland.
Hmm.
That's 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 a fucking lie.
Oh, I'm not so sure. There's a lot of people that can speak. Like, there's over, like, I think there's something like 4.5 million people in Ireland.
Probably
So
more
you
now.
probably more. So it would be around, I'd say, the 1.5 million mark that can speak it, or speak a
Maybe,
decent level of Irish.
but they definitely don't speak it on a daily basis.
Yeah, not the majority. Yeah, they wouldn't
It's
speak
very
on a
hard
daily
to speak
basis.
Irish or yeah, it's very hard to speak Irish in Dublin. But there you can find areas, but like as in there's this real awkwardness around the Irish language. Like let's say I go to my the cafe across from
Hmm.
the gym I work in. I was like, as in, I feel weird if I were to say like on Féidir Lom cup on tea to the waitress, you know.
Hmm. But
I feel weird.
well, I remember being
It
in
almost feel rude.
I don't really get that at all. But I was in the gym once, and I met one of my teachers from school. I was talking to him in
Yeah,
Irish in the gym. But like most people are looking around us as if we were talking like a foreign language.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely like. Do you think it's like a jealousy thing, or it's like it's not cool to speak Irish?
Probably it's not cool to speak Irish more than a
Yeah,
jealousy thing.
yeah. Because look, I love Irish. I love Irish, especially now that I'm learning it again. But I do like feel sometimes when I watch like instead of like see I have a book called Tourist Changa, and I'll do a chapter on that every day, or go over a chapter a week every day. Um, yeah, and so like sometimes on the weekends, instead of just reading that book, I will watch something on TG Car, and when whatever, let's say I watch like some kind of pop TV
Hmm.
show, like is in like a documentary about like hip kids, Jesus, in in Ireland,
Oh
and they're
yeah, now
speaking
fella
Irish.
now.
What did you say?
Yeah, now fella now.
Yeah,
He was,
I know. Oh God, cool kids. I don't know what to say. The boys. No, but they'll be interviewing them and they'll be speaking Irish, and there is something kind of cringy about it for whatever reason. I don't know.
I find odds like sometimes I'd meet some of my other teachers and the
Oh, sorry. Am
camera
I?
went off there.
Oh, did
Sometimes
it?
yeah. Sometimes I'd
Hey, go on,
meet
sorry.
other teachers like in the streets and they'd start speaking English to me and I'd find it strange, kind of like why are you speaking English to me?
Was you so? Yeah, that. No,
Like
but it's like isn't with the Irish language, like, or with any other language really, like it's in if I start speaking Spanish, no people would think that's cool. People would think that's cool
yeah, and
or
somewhat yeah.
whatever. And like is in, but I don't know what it is about Irish. Maybe it's just like on paper, it's not an attractive language. I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't know what the problem is. It's a strange one.
Do you think we'll get to a stage in our lifetime anyway where like not most of the country, but at least half the country are speaking Irish on a daily basis?
I would like that, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Really?
Mm.
Well, just because
So even
we're
at the
living in
moment, more
England as
people
well.
are like, why should we be learning Irish in skill? And people don't want it to be a compulsory language or subject even.
Like who are these people?
Like I've seen on the news like schools and parents protesting about their kids needing to learn Irish, which
Yeah,
is
see, this is the problem.
it's
Like
crazy.
we're slowly becoming well, we are an anglicized country in general, but we're slowly becoming an Americanized country as well. So we're consuming so much American
Yeah,
media and English media, and consuming so much of the English language. Like, as in, we just get lazy on any other language, and that's how languages just die. And I really hope that doesn't happen.
so like it's almost like we're afraid or embarrassed to embrace like our culture at times.
Yeah, like I can understand the elements of it because as I said, we consume so much American media and English media.
Hmm.
So what we see on the television or on music or whatever, we see it's cool. It's cool. It's whatever. But a lot of Irish traditional stuff, like of the Irish language,
Hmm.
it doesn't share the same thing. It's much more subdued, modest stuff. The traditional music is very modest. Um, style, everything's quite
Hmm.
modest. But I think I think even though I cringe at some of the kind of the modern day Irish stuff on TG Car and all, I think it is needed in order to adapt to the times because
Hmm.
there's a reason why Latin and other languages like Latin died out is because it never adapted to the times. Like Latin was spoken in Catholic churches around the world, and like when my granny was younger, she'd be going to church and they'd just be the whole mass would be in Latin. No
Hmm.
one knew what they were saying. No one knew what they're saying, and then because no one knew what they were saying, they didn't enjoy it or whatever. They switched to Irish or English, and that's how languages die, because it's like becomes useless. I don't know, man. There definitely needs to be like in schools like a revamp with the language teaching and much
Of how
better.
it's
Like, as in,
taught, yeah, it does need a revamp, but it hasn't changed in like 30 years how the language is taught.
yeah,
Like, I don't
exactly.
think since even like the Leaving Cert has been out that the structure of the subject has been changed. They learn the same stuff
You're right.
every year.
Yeah, like as in, I personally think like 85% of the actual like in secondary school anyway, 85% of your Irish classes should be just speaking it.
Hmm
85% of your grade should just be from speaking it, and
That's
then
the good
get
thing
to
about when
write.
I went to school is the whole entire class you were speaking it, no matter what you were doing.
Yeah, but you're speaking Irish one boring subject generally.
Yeah, at times.
I mean, I love history, so if I was to learn history, I'd love to learn history in Irish
Yeah,
through Irish.
it's hard. Hated the history.
Yeah, it is. I'd say it is hard. Like, another reason why I say Irish is very hard to kind of broaden in terms of speakers is
Hmm
the language is much different to any language that we are familiar, whether it be Spanish, German, French, Italian. Like like it's so weird. Like you think that there's a verb to have, but there isn't really a verb to have. You know what I mean? It's like you say "agum" at the end of your sentence, or "algas" or whatever, and then you have was it "coffigme"?
What?
Like, oh yeah, "coffigme." I have to.
Oh yeah, like Cahill.
And then there's other words that I just don't understand it. It's like it's not making sense to me. It's like, like all the prepositions and stuff.
There's a
It's
lot of rules
ridiculous.
to the language. A lot of
It
rules.
is, yeah. Whereas like in Spanish for me was really easy to learn, because I already had an awareness of uh, of Italian. But I another element of it was because I just enjoyed it in general.
Hmm
I just enjoyed learning Spanish, whereas I hated learning Irish. I fucking hated learning
Yeah,
Irish.
another reason I think like our language and culture hasn't really grown is over the last like 10 to 20 years. Our country's kind of become kind of pushovers in a way.
Oh,
Like an
elaborate.
example, like as an example, this would be in our local hospital at Christmas time. I know years ago when I was a kid, they used to put like the crib out, like baby Jesus and all in it. But now that there's more cultures in Ireland, the other cultures started to give out about the crib being there because it didn't go with their religion. So the hospital took the crib out at Christmas time. They don't use it anymore, and
Yeah.
that wouldn't happen in any other country. If a culture went to another
Well,
country and was
American
like
maybe.
maybe America, but they adapt. That they like they don't really
Actually, yeah,
lose.
America don't really accommodate. They still accommodate Christianity.
Yeah,
They
but
still do accommodate Christianity.
mhm.
They will, yeah.
But like if you went to like Germany or another European country and you try to get rid of their culture, they wouldn't stand for it. They wouldn't push over for it.
Yeah,
Well, in
yeah.
Ireland, we kind of like, okay, yeah, we'll get rid of this because we don't want to cause an argument.
Yeah, yeah. Just kind of, like, yeah, because everyone's easily offended
Hmm
nowadays. So like,
Oh, very.
if I say that's gay, suddenly it's like you can't say that.
Yeah, you're
I'm not.
branded as
I'm not
homophobic
saying. I'm not
for
saying
life.
gay people are bad. I'm not saying I hate gay people. It's like it's not that.
Yeah,
It's just a
you're not
word.
slagging gay people. You're like just slagging someone. Like you're not
Yeah,
using it to slag gay people. You're
yeah.
just
That
using it
that's
to
definitely a trend
joke
here
with
in
someone.
Ireland now.
Yeah.
It's accommodating. Like, I'm not saying like let other people have celebrate their days, but like we are founded on Christian values, and I'm not saying we shouldn't move, or I'm not saying we should not move with the times. Of course, we should always adapt.
Yeah, I'm not saying like
But
we
like,
should be going to
as in,
church every day and
I'm
that,
not
but
going to
we should be
stop
keeping some things.
celebrating. Yeah, like as in, I'm not gonna stop celebrating my beliefs to accommodate your
Yeah, like I'm
beliefs.
not gonna stop celebrating Christmas and like things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, like that's just weird. Like as in, I read something about Australia where it was like something about the prime minister there was saying was giving out about like how they have an influx of a lot of immigrants coming in,
Hmm.
like from Middle East and everything, and that like those people are trying to. I need to I need to be careful with my words here because like this was a while ago now. It was a couple of months ago, so my facts probably aren't fully correct. But like that, they were like trying to take away their certain Christian elements of that country to it,
Hmm.
and rebuild like and so take away a church and put in a mosque. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, it could literally accommodating the people. It's like there is like an element like you kind of have like as in if you move to a country, I'd be the same. If I move to a country, I'm adapting to that country's
yeah.
values.
Like exactly. Like there's
I'm not
nothing
saying I'm
wrong
not
with
saying
other
I'm changing religion.
cultures coming over and like, but as long as they don't try and bully out our traditions.
Yeah, yeah. And as I said, it is like there is a real it's like a real epidemic now where people are afraid to
To
give
be
their real
different.
opinion. No, but just to give their honest opinions,
Yeah, to
it's like,
have different
I might
beliefs.
feel a certain way, but because if I say something, there'll be a massive backlash.
I
People will
know.
misconstrue it
Like
completely.
if you
I mightn't
don't
say it.
fall in line nowadays, like you're cancelled in a way.
Yeah,
If you don't
definitely.
have
Yeah, like
like the same opinion as the majority, they
I
don't
was
want
going
you
to
around.
post. I was going to do a post on Instagram, or like not post a story on Instagram, so, about this MMA fighter John Jones. You know John Jones,
Hmm.
assuming person.
Yeah.
But when I was about to post a story, I realized that the way I was saying it could have been really taken out of context. So basically, what I was going to say was, so there was like a news video, an MMA news video put on YouTube, and your man and they showed a video, they showed a screenshot of John Jones's latest tweet, and his tweet was showing he got his heritage results back,
Hmm.
and like he was 42% Nigerian, a lot of Ghanaian and all this stuff, and then at the bottom was like 1 point something percent Irish. So I took a screenshot of that and was like, looks like we're gonna. I was gonna something like, oh, it looks like we're claiming John Jones as ours now, like as an Irish, because like if your dog's Irish, we're gonna claim you as Irish. Because I, because I used the word claim, I was like, oh, people are gonna think I'm like trying to insinuate
Claiming's a
something.
real British thing to do. They always try claim like people as their own. You always
As
see it
in,
in their culture.
go elaborate a bit there.
Like you'd say it with some Irish like that be over in England or something, or that perform at an English venue, and they'd claim them as their own.
Yeah, well, we kind of do that as well, though. Like when Barack Obama came here, we brought him over to his stepson's daughter's dog's cousin's
Yeah.
cat, fucking town. Like you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like there was a guy in my class in school that said he was 1/23 related to Barack Obama.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh yeah, like my 23rd cousin or something." Oh God.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
yeah,
sure
but
it was a lie.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, most likely it was like, but
Mm.
like, yeah, English do that as well. But I can kind of see why, because they had such a huge stake in the world's population not too long ago, like about 100 years ago.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
but like it is annoying. Like, as in, I'll go abroad sometimes, and I'll go like, let's say it's like some American restaurant, and depending on the person, they mightn't know, they mightn't be educated, but they'll be like, "Oh, where are you guys from?" And I'll be like, "We're from Dublin, Ireland." I was like, "Oh my God, I love the UK."
Like
Oh,
yeah, kind of puts me
the
off a bit.
yeah, like as in, no, like
Just
that that
puts me in
that
a
is
bad
something that
mood.
I still don't like. As in,
Mm.
I don't like being made out to be English at
Oh,
all.
it's the worst offense you can do to us.
Like I wouldn't say to a guy from New York, you're Canadian. You know what I mean? Like, but like it is such a plaguing feeling because we were under the rule of Britain for what 800 years.
Yeah, 800 plus years.
Essentially. So it is still, even to this day, it's still a weird feeling, isn't
Yeah,
it?
sure. As we were talking about earlier, like the majority of our country don't even speak our national language,
Mm. Like, as in,
so it's still
up
very
until
prevalent.
recently, I didn't even know a word. Well, I knew like two or three words, but like the national anthem, I
Mm.
I didn't really know. I knew
Yeah,
Sheena Fina
I
for.
remember in sixth year for the whole of the month of Easter, they made us sing the anthem at the start of every morning in assembly.
No way, really.
Yeah,
That's
they
that's
played
real
it every
nationalism.
morning. Oh, my
That's
skill was a big nationalist skill.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Oh yeah, you told me that before. Yeah, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. But like, as in, I see a lot of people today, like even people I like, my friends, they'll a lot of them they don't have the same feelings as I would. Not as in about being called an English person or whatever. Like, oh no, calm down, just calm down. Like, as in, they
Really?
didn't mean it like that. Like, like a lot of people, I find that some of them that I know would be like, oh, it's okay. Just they wouldn't even. It's like it is in if I asked you, oh, or if I just said to you, oh, you're English, and you were like, they literally say, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Majority of people I know would react to that. They'd correct them
Yeah,
on the
I
spot.
think there's a certain population. I think it's the people that like are afraid to offend.
Hmm.
That would be like that. As I said, fear of speaking out.
And on that as well, I think I seen thing a while ago during the the height of what was going on in America over the last couple of months. I seen a post about they should get rid of the police force. And I was like,
In America,
yeah, and I was like, what a dumb
that's the
thing to
dumbest
say.
thing ever.
It's the
That's the
dumbest
dumbest.
thing to say. Like, why would you get rid of law enforcement? Like the amount of crime that happens, particularly in America, because guns are allowed.
every
Like
second,
anyone can have a
every
gun.
second.
Yeah, it's over a million cases a day that police have to deal with. It's crazy.
Yeah,
You'd
you
have to
know
be
what
on
we do.
some level of stupidity to say that they should get rid of the police force. Like
Yeah.
people nowadays are not educated. They just tick. They all just follow the crowd. They're
Well,
all,
it's it's it's
they're all
it's
on
it's
social media too much.
yeah, it's following the crowd and hatred. It's literally a combination of them
Yeah,
stuck together. You're following the
like
crowd and it just
their
made yourself wound
principles
up.
are kind of alright, but they go about it the wrong way. Principles are right, like racism in America and across the world it's everywhere.
Man, racism is everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, but so like
but
racism's everywhere. Xenophobia is everywhere.
there there are there are the right
Around
ways of
James.
there are the
I was
right
just saying
ways of
around.
going about fixing things, and there's the crazy wrong ways about going about fixing things.
Yeah, I think
Hmm.
a part of it is just like, oh well, so like put a microphone in front of you and be like, oh well, what should we do? I'm like, I don't like, no one really knows what to do with that
Hmm.
situation. So like some people are like, I don't know, maybe defund the police, defund it. Like, as in, I can kind of understand that because you don't know what to do. You're just throwing out
Yeah,
an
no,
idea.
but that would defunding the police would not get rid of
No,
racism.
yeah, I
That's
know
not
that.
how it works. That would
Yeah,
just
like, as in,
like help
let's get rid
crime.
of the police. Let's get rid of the
Mm.
police and see if you get burgled within the first day.
Yeah, no, the amount of problems that would arise if that happened.
Especially in America. You're
Mm.
right there, yeah. You know what they should do though? And I'm not
Hmm.
an expert, but like, as in the opposite of that, they should fund the police. They should fund it even more.
Yeah, and they should educate them more as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, like, as in, make sure that there's certain criteria to become a police officer
Yeah.
in America.
I was
And
watching the Joe Rogan podcast
oh yeah, go
with
on.
what's his name? The bodybuilder.
Oh, Ronnie Coleman,
Ronnie Coleman, yeah. I was watching that
massive,
and
isn't
he used to be a policeman.
he? Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he said they used to have a degree, a college degree, to get into the police force. Where did that go?
Mhm. Well, listen, you don't really need a college degree in here,
Mm,
so I think you probably should now because you need a college degree. You need or a certificate through some sort of third level education to become a first responder in Ireland.
mm-hmm.
You know, so the same should apply really.
It should, yeah.
Whatever type of first responder you are, you know, it shouldn't just be for half the first responders to go do some education. All of them, you know. Yeah, but they should definitely fucking put more money into the police, like
Definitely, yeah.
because then if you put more money in, you can you can add in more education. You can make it more difficult to become a police officer,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get the good guys. You can make them much more well trained to scenarios. Like the more you fund them, the better the education. But look, I'm not an expert on anything American really. You know, I try and stick to Irish stuff, but
Same, I wouldn't know. I'd know enough for a good bit, but I wouldn't know everything.
I know enough because of fucking Instagram. Jesus, a
Oh,
lot of
it's
people on
everywhere.
Instagram
I'm sick of it.
wrecking my
I
head with.
really look at social media nowadays.
What's your opinion on like people now? It's obviously kind of died down now because that whole George Floyd thing got so big, but like
Mm.
it's died down now, obviously. But what's your opinion on people posting all those Black Lives Matter, like you know all the Irish people, like you're saying, just jumping on the bandwagon?
Well, obviously, Black Lives Matter, like as well as like any life matters. I
No,
know
but like no,
they
but
hate that saying, but like
the black screen,
it,
the black fucking
the black screen on Instagram
the
doesn't do
blackout,
one.
whatever it's called.
Doesn't do one. Putting a post on
I just think
Instagram, that's just for them, for people, because they want people to like them.
it's clout,
That's
clout
all.
chasing.
Yeah, that's all it is. What it is educating the people around you on how to treat everyone fairly, how to treat everyone right with respect, and that
But isn't it interesting when
no
you
matter what position they are in, they are not better than you, and you are not better than them. You are
Mhm.
equal. That's how
Yeah, isn't it?
to do it.
Yeah, go on.
No, that's what were we gonna say?
I was just saying, isn't it interesting how you were saying you said there, all lives matter. You mentioned in your sentence,
I
and
know.
then you followed up with that by saying, "I know it's a controversial saying, but but the thing is, and I seen a person that I follow on Instagram post this. She was like, if you post all lives matter, you're just a closeted racist.
Mm. I know.
Hold on a
Stupid
second.
saying.
Hold on a second.
Stupid
I
statement.
am I am the furthest thing from racist. If I want to say all lives matter because it's true, I'll fucking say all lives matter. You know what I mean?
Imagine like I don't know, like an
Oh yeah,
Asian
yeah,
person
black lives
saying
do
it.
matter. Black lives do matter. Yeah, and if racism is happening to black people, then let's sort that out. Let's
Hmm.
sort that out. But
Like I say this thing
but at the
about
same time, I'm going to
white
treat it the same
privilege.
way as racism towards travelers. I'm going to treat it the same way to racism towards Russians in Kazakhstan. I'm going to treat it the same fucking way then. You know what I mean? So all lives do matter.
You see this thing that they give out about, they say there's white privilege, but like there's, just because someone's white, like just look across Europe and all the different countries like Slovakia, Slovenia, Russia, all them, like the Jews were white.
The Jews are white, but
Didn't give them any
because of
privilege
their
still. It
history.
didn't stop them being um like attacked.
Look at our own nation
Yeah,
up north.
exactly. Irish people, like it's all
And
different
I'm Protestants as
Protestants
well
as
for
well.
a period of time in the south. Got an awful doing as well. So
I know, like like just like all different nationalities around the world have had their problems, and like all different races and religions and cultures have had their problems.
Yeah.
Just because someone is white does not mean they have a privilege. Like
Yeah, I think
I don't feel
white
comfortable all
privilege.
the time in really British places, real like national British places. Like I feel
Yeah.
uncomfortable and uneasy in them situations.
Man, Irish people, they literally remember in the 70s, they put outside their shop signs, like, it was like dogs, like
No dogs, no
blacks, Irish
no
aren't welcome.
yeah.
Yeah, like I
At
think, I
that
think,
time.
I think white privilege in particular is a. We need to be careful with white privilege bringing it to other countries like here. Like
Hmm.
maybe white privilege is a thing. I don't know. But it definitely is a thing in America. But the problem I have is that I'm not going to feel guilty for the color of my skin that I was born with.
Hmm.
So like if I want to speak about something and you say, "Oh, you're white, so you shouldn't have a voice," that's racism. That's you're being a bigot there. So like as in regardless of my color of skin or nationality, I'm not gonna unless I do some bad. I'm not gonna feel guilty. You know what I mean?
Exactly, like the same thing there. A story my dad told me before, and then he he worked. One of his team members was black, and they were on the train catching someone, and the person that they were after that didn't have a ticket was a black person, and so he ran off. He hid in the toilets. He locked the door. By the time they opened it, um, the black person that they were chasing, called the other black fella the N word, and
Okay.
saying and called him racist because your mom was Nigerian,
Mm.
and the fella he says the Nigerians, one of the tribes in Nigeria, give black people a very bad name because that they're prone to learning at a young age crime, how to scam and stuff like that. Doesn't area
Yeah, I
in
think
Nigeria.
Nigerians do get a bad name sometimes in this
Mm.
country from a group of people.
From a
Certain
certain group, obviously it's a minority, but
yeah. Well, as in any interaction I've had with any Nigerian descent of someone, like my last girlfriend was of Nigerian descent, so I've never had any bad interaction with black people at all. So as in, I'd just be afraid that we stigmatize racism and just general bigotry,
mhm,
and any sort of phobia towards any selected people. We just stick the black race to that. It's like
mhm,
that's all it applies to. Though let's be careful here, you know, because
yeah,
because what we might think is helping them, great. If it helps them, great. If we help black people get better treatment around the world, then great. But as in, if we focus too much on one specific group of people, we'll forget about everyone else.
yeah.
You
Like
know,
I'm
and
just
it's just interesting how all of a sudden our um like as in because of the stuff going on in America, as in like we're so focused on America as a country, like it's almost like we're a very insecure country of our own. Constantly in our news media, it's just American shit, just
mhm,
American stuff going on.
uh,
It's like we have this abundant desire to be validated by America, by England, by the world. It's like
mhm.
because like oh we'll help you guys. Oh yeah we're this little country, but we're gonna speak up for you guys. And lad, like lads, we're a boring nation. Let's just keep it that way. Let's not like as in
Well, I wouldn't say our people are boring, but like,
no, I'm talking about we're such a small country, and
mhm.
obviously stuff goes on, but like as in it doesn't go on to the sense of America.
Oh yeah, we
Whereas
don't
in
have any
it's
crazy
like we had
things
this
going on at
it's
the
like we had
moment.
this need to become the 51st state of America.
Mm.
Let's start our own fucking shit out
There's a
first.
lot to sort out in this country, a lot.
Yeah,
You
there's
can
also
look
in every country,
recently,
but like
there was a big turn in votes for the latest parliament, like the latest government, and
yeah,
it's not changing. Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, they're
mhm.
doing it again.
Yeah, it's just a mad scene at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, country's gone crazy. Already, I hear tons of people talking about like moving abroad.
Why?
A lot of people our age because they're just not mad about living here in Ireland. There's nothing here for them.
What's your opinion on living in Ireland? Like, would you be a homeboy?
I like living here. I would like to live somewhere else at
Somewhere
certain
hot.
parts of the year. Yeah, at times, but I do like living here. I think we have good
Yeah,
people
I
and
have this
good fun.
desire sometimes to live in California because it's like just constant sunshine.
Yeah, I like New York. That's a really nice place. I love going there.
Yeah, but the thing is though, like, is in Ireland's, yeah, the weather isn't great, but like, is in like the hospitality and everything in Ireland, it's often overlooked. You know, our
Hmm.
own food is often overlooked. The like sometimes my mom would be saying to me, I'd be like, oh, what are you making for dinner? And she'd be like, oh, I'm making a chicken casserole or something kind of very homely.
I've never had
Um,
a chicken casserole.
or what's a typical Irish standard, like, Irish food?
I don't
Mince
know.
potatoes?
Nice fry up.
No, no, no. I love a fry up. Some, wait, no. I'll just say a chicken casserole for now. And I'd be like, oh no, I don't want. I want like chili con carne. I want spaghetti. I want burgers or something foreign. And then when I have it, it's like, oh, that was actually really nice. And I get that warmth back in me. So as in, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'd love to leave the country, but as in, there'd be so much to miss about this place.
The wood. Honestly, like I kind of like to live
Actually,
like
man,
half and half.
what do you mean?
Like so, live like some like in Ireland for like maybe like 6, 7 months and live somewhere else for the rest of the year.
So from January to April to May, live in Ireland. Then maybe from May to September, live in a hot country.
I love the winter in Ireland.
Yeah, I do as well. Actually, I,
Yeah,
I was saying that to someone the other day.
I'd have
Yeah,
to live
there's
here
something.
October. I'd have to be here October to March or something like that, or
You won't get the freshest
February.
air anywhere else. Like the freshest air when it's that cold.
Mm.
It's beautiful. It hits your
Like
face.
I just like obviously I wouldn't be able to miss Halloween at home, Christmas at home, New Year's at home. Wouldn't be able to miss that.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna bring this up anyway. I seen your well, you posted it, you texted it to
Hmm.
me, your tweet.
Yeah.
Do you want to say what it was and then discuss it?
Yeah, I hate living in this day and age. I fear for the future.
Well,
Just
this kind of touches on what we talked about
yeah, we
with people.
talked about
Yeah,
like just the way everything is nowadays, social media, the way people meet, the way they interact, just everything, the way they go on.
was there something that spiked this reaction?
No, I just thought I'd put it out there and see if anyone would
Did
react
you get
or
did you get backlash?
I did from one of my mates. Yeah.
Was this
He's a
a
real
guy
hipster
or a girl?
type guy.
Okay.
He's a real
And
hipster type guy though. Like he's real, you know, you can't offend people or you can't
he
do
wears
this or that.
suspenders as pajamas, does he?
Don't know. Wouldn't know that now.
Oh yeah, what
But
did he say?
yeah, no, he just said when you can't say that. I'm just thinking, why can't I say it?
Just say whatever the fuck I
Yeah, I
want.
know. I'll say what I want and do what I want when I want. That's how I live.
So, yeah, but look. At the end of the day, people are becoming much more soft now. You
Mhm.
know, maybe this is bound to happen because every country in the world is becoming a hybrid of different countries now.
Yeah.
And I suppose And history shows us as well when other cultures interact with each other. A lot of the time, it doesn't go down well. A lot of the time, it doesn't go down well. So I wonder what it'll be like. But as in, we seem to be in a day and age through social media where it's like and through virtue signaling and all that kind of stuff, where we just like we're overcompensating for other people, and then it's like we're so afraid to trigger people, and it's just like is in if I call you like a fucking fat cunt. I know you're not fat, but if I say that to you, you could rightly so be like, this man is fat shaming me. I'm going on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
as in, and you would get probably a huge amount of followers from that. You'd be like, you'd say something preposterous, like
You get
you
followers
would
for hating on people.
exaggerate what I said. You exaggerate what I said, and you'd say you just completely overstate it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it could have just been a joke, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
come out looking like an angel.
Obviously, I wouldn't do that though. I'd just slag you back.
No, yeah, because you're sensible.
Anyways, moving on from this topic, how do you feel with things opening back up?
Yeah, and I got an email from my local Muay Thai gym,
Yeah.
Kamikaze, and they're coming back on Monday. And basically, what they're doing is they're letting the first 10 people to pay for the month. So the first 10 people that pay for the month, they're the only ones that are allowed to use it for the month.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of thinking of going back, but at the same time, kind of like oh, we have a holiday coming up, obviously, so I'm a bit afraid. And also, like, I want to go to SBG as well. I want to get back into SBG around July, August. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I'm just like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure as to what to do.
Yeah, my place, De La Hiva, is opening back up on the 29th, and I won't be going back till at least after the holiday.
Yeah.
I'm just relaxing now, and now it's gonna like whether I go back tomorrow or in a month, it'll take me a couple of weeks to get my fitness back up.
Have
Like
you seen the? Go on, yeah.
I
Sorry.
know my fitness isn't like what it was, but like I'm not worried about it. Like I know it'll take a week or two to get back up to normal speed. So I'm just enjoying relaxing at the moment and then getting to
Well,
work
yeah. Like,
when everything
have you seen
starts.
the? Have you seen the recent news about the spike in Germany?
In Germany, yeah, but it wasn't well, it was an isolated incident, wasn't it? It was in a meat factory, the staff of a
Yeah,
meat
meat factory,
factory,
wasn't it?
and they
Yeah,
quarantined off the area and the area where they all live. So I'm pretty sure it's just an isolated incident in
am
one
I
town.
wrong in saying I could be completely wrong? But were some of our news outlets completely catastrophizing that and saying it was from like pubs opening and stuff?
No, well, I seen on our news on RT1 that it was just a meat factory, workers in a meat
Okay,
factory. I
well
didn't see anything
maybe
else. That's all I got.
just I just got that sense. I can't remember. Maybe I'm just completely off. But yeah, like as in there. Look. We have. I still have a fear that this is going to collapse on us and we're going to get a second wave, and we need to really be prepared.
I don't think a second wave is coming.
Okay. Yeah, like as in I hope not.
I think our
I,
measures are good enough at the moment that the second wave won't come.
yeah, like I have a haircut booked for the 25th of July, a couple of days before the holiday. I'm
Hmm.
gonna let this bad boy grow out. Yeah, so like I'm not really afraid to do that, but when it comes to lacing up the gloves and getting back into kickboxing, just kickboxing anyway, at the moment it is a bit worrying. Like I train, I do my shadow boxing and I do some solo jiu-jitsu drills every day, about
Hmm.
30 minutes of them altogether every single day, just to keep like just maintain really. And I find I'm doing all right with that. If anything, like some of the elements of my game has improved. So I don't know. I don't know. Like the coaches are wearing masks and stuff. So it's just a weird one, isn't it?
It is weird. I'm just focused on waiting for all the gyms to open back up and get working again.
What did you make of Ben Dunn? Did you hear him on the radio?
I got an email
But did you hear him on the radio though?
that they're not open until at least September.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
No, it does, because if this thing collapses, Ben Dunn is a genius. When all these gyms open, and let's say we get a second wave.
A second wave isn't gonna come. It's very isolated.
We didn't say we said the coronavirus wasn't going to make it to Ireland. So
that's because we didn't shut our borders and let people. We waited till it came to start putting in measures.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, we're opening everything back up, and a lot of people seem to think it's back to normal.
It's pretty much back to normal as is now. Everyone there's no social distancing.
Yeah, but
everyone's sitting in coffee shops. That's
a threat in itself, though. Back normality.
But
if we go back to normality, then what'll happen is people might start avoiding social distancing, getting closer to each other, spreading each other. You know, like it is a something you
I think most of our cases at the moment, and anyways, are just in hospitals. Hospital staff and elderly patients in nursing homes and hospitals. I don't really think there's any cases really coming outside of them areas.
I hope so. I think we need to keep our borders closed. Me personally,
our borders aren't closed. There's tourists coming in the hundreds coming in.
Oh, are they?
Yes, I live in a very tourist area, and there are tourists everywhere.
Get them. I'm joking. I am joking.
I know.
Please do not send anyone after me. I'm so sorry. I'm actually so sorry.
Yeah, there's tons of people walking around.
Don't want anyone coming after me.
Okay.
Don't want anyone. So it was just a joke.
Yeah, but there's tons of people coming around Kilmainham jail and that at the moment, and walking around where the Phoenix Park is.
Kilmainham jail. It is. Yeah.
Some our borders aren't closed. They're letting people in.
But what do you make?
What they're saying on the news is a complete lie. You can fly in and fly out whenever you want.
You shouldn't say that, Owen. Apologise right now. No, but as in, what do you make of us going to on a holiday? Like the country that we're going to, the borders opening up there. Like, what do you make of the precautions that are being made there and everything?
I think it's all right. Sure, they have less cases than us.
Completely.
They're in a much better position than us. So
they've less than 200.
At the moment, it's safer for us to go over there than it is to stay here.
Yeah. The only thing I'm worried about is just British people.
They're not allowed in to the country.
They're not allowed in. They're allowed in after 2 weeks of quarantine, though, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. I'm not even sure yet. I think Bulgaria. I'm not sure about Bulgaria.
How that works. If they have to quarantine, they go in. They enter the country through the airport.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work at all, and it's not. You don't have to quarantine for 2 weeks. It's recommended. Oh. They can't stop you going places because you have to. They want you to quarantine in where you're staying, so you still have to go to the airport, right? Do everything you have to do in the airport. Travel, get a taxi, and travel to wherever you're traveling to. So
I wonder.
It's quarantine.
I wonder what the nationalities will the nationalities will be in the place we're going to. Like, I wonder what variety of nationalities will be.
Around where we're going to Sunny Beach, usually there's Danish people.
Yeah, Scandinavian
and Russian and.
You up there, Russians, yeah?
There does be a lot of Brits, but there won't be this year because of what's going on. There's be some Irish.
Does that apply to England mainly, or because I don't know?
A lot of Scottish over there.
No, but I don't know what it's like in Scotland as a whole, the virus. So.
Oh no, yeah, I know people over in Scotland. They've had their money refunded for the holiday in the middle of July. Their flights got cancelled. They're not allowed into Bulgaria.
Our flights aren't in jeopardy, are they?
No. End of July, but grand.
Yeah, because you know where Aer Lingus. Yeah,
they would have cancelled by now. Because
Yeah, I wonder what the plane's going to be like.
they might spread us out. There might be less people on the plane, or they might just, mask and gloves.
Mask and gloves. I was talking to my dad
Mhm.
yesterday, and he was saying how he went to when he was out shopping, and he was wearing mask,
Mhm.
and it seemed like everybody had a mask on in the shop, but
Oh,
they would always be himself and everyone else. They would always be taken off because they were suffocating. Like,
I
because the masks
know.
are very like hard to
And then
breathe
they're contaminated, so there's no point.
in. Yeah.
Exactly, like
Oh,
people are thinking of wearing masks into pubs when they reopen. How are they going to drink?
I'm going to a pub on the 29th
Yeah, but
with
like
my friend Daniel, the co-host of Dublin's Finest. Link down below.
people want, right? They're going to pubs and they're going to wear masks, but how are they going to drink? They have to take the mask
No,
off.
I said that, but they're not going to wear a mask. They're not
Yeah, I
going
know.
to wear a mask.
Like
The
they
place I'm going
can't.
to the Orchard in Rathfarnham, and
And then there's
uh,
the government think it's smart to put 105-minute limit on staying
I
in a
got a
pub.
2.5 hour limit
Two
for
and a
me.
half hour. How'd you
Yeah.
manage that?
Well, when you get big biceps, like,
No, but
but no, just fucking I don't know.
I thought it was like the government rule for all pubs and 105 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. We just
And you have to order food.
that's our table says 8:30 to half, or no, sorry, 8 to 10:30. So, and
And
then it's like,
like you have to buy like at least €9 worth of food. Like what if you're not hungry? What if you don't eat?
well, as in they're enforcing you to buy, they're forcing us to buy more food because, or to buy more in general because they're fucking bankrupt now.
I know, like it's such stupid rules that they're bringing in. Our government
Do you
doesn't have
fear
a
for
clue
the
what they're doing.
Do you fear for the fitness industry with this situation, like as in with jobs and stuff?
In a way, like there's a few people close to me saying they don't think that, like they think gyms will be badly affected, but
They don't think gyms will be
and
badly affected.
at some point they think they will be badly
Oh,
affected, but at some point everything has to go back to normal. Like if you own a gym, like a gym company, you're not gonna stay closed forever. You want to open up and make money. Things have to go back to normal. You can't
yeah. I
keep
see a lot of
everything
gyms are
closed.
doing outdoor stuff,
Yeah,
which is
no, I've
smart.
seen that as well.
But that can't last long
No,
because
sure.
our climate,
And anyways, like I'm sure, are they even cleaning the equipment? Like the staff is transporting the equipment, and there's different people using them.
Yeah,
Like, do we know if
as
they're
in
cleaning them all the time? Like, it's exact same as just being in a
it's
gym.
a pointless exercise on. As in the dumbbells, the barbells, whatever. The dumbbells and the barbells anyway.
Mhm.
They're decades. There's decades old infection on them anyway.
I
So
know. Like,
as in it's really sorry.
I've
Someone
been
doing
in
it.
I've been in some gyms, and they're really really clean. Like, they're really clean. I've seen
Is
other
this like
gyms, and they're
is
just
this like
not
Westwood
great.
or something?
Well, it's actually one in Clondalk, and that's actually pretty nice. It's relatively
Yeah.
new, but it's really clean. And there's another gym that I go to in Majorca. It's the nicest gym I've ever been in.
Really?
Yeah, they have air conditioning, like proper air conditioning. The place, like you don't even sweat in it. The dumbbells, they have covers on them, so padding, so they don't hurt your hands. And they have the weights, so they have like 20 written on where the 20s go, and like 10 where the 10s go, and everyone puts their weights back.
Is it a hotel gym? Did you say
No, it's not a hotel gym, it's just a public gym.
regular?
Yeah, regular gym. And the treadmill's so soft, so nice to run on.
Have sex with it?
No, just like the
Oh,
oak on it.
tread, run faster. Oh,
What's it called? The track or whatever. What you run on?
hmm?
The bit you run on.
Yeah, just the treadmill.
Yeah, the treadmill, I know, but like the specific bit you
The
run on,
track.
the track thing, yeah. Like
and
they're like a good standard. That's what I mean. Like feels like you're barely running.
and when did you decide to become a janitor? Because that's what you're sounding like.
Well, you know, you like good quality equipment in a gym. You know,
Oh,
you're paying
yeah,
for it.
there is something to be said though about gritty, hardcore, dirty gyms. Though, yes, they're not clean, and in this day and age, that is not good for sanitization.
Yeah.
But like there is some motivation about those type of gyms. You know, get in, get your
I
shite done,
just
and get out.
hate being in a gym and spending 10 minutes looking for the weights you want to use.
Yeah,
Like
there is
people don't
the
put
gym
back
I work
weights.
in. The gym I work in, once it hits 5 o'clock, Jesus
Like
Christ.
I go to do a set and I'm like, I can't do that exercise now because like there's no point to me. I can't use a heavier weight, and there's no point to me using a smaller weight for the program I'm on at the moment. I just wrecks my head.
And then you're waiting
Yeah,
for.
I go into the gym with a plan and I end up not doing what I wanted to do.
Yeah, well, that's life, motherfucker.
Yeah.
No, it is annoying. Yeah, it is annoying. And then like, do you get that? I'm like this when you're waiting for that particular thing and you're just standing there. Like, let's say you have a bit of an arm pump going on or a chest pump, you can feel it like dwindle away.
But
And
even
you're
like
like,
people just sit at machines and they don't do anything for about 10 minutes.
just
They
take
just sit
this.
there.
Yeah, like fucking long ass rests. Do your
Like,
long ass rest at home.
yeah, like there's obviously everyone has a different like rest period that they need. Like you
Oh
should,
yeah, like 5-10 minute rest periods are really good for certain types of training. But
well, I don't
do
mean
that
five,
if you have
ten
a home gym.
minutes. Yeah, like a minute. If you're sitting on a machine, at most you should have a minute between sets.
But no.
30 seconds to a minute at most.
Have you ever done or introduced like deloads into your programs?
At times, yeah.
Like
Every
what
now
would
and
your
again.
deload be? What would your deload be?
Depends, man. I can't really give a straightforward answer at the moment.
Because I just did a
Like the,
deload a week last week. I didn't do
it's
anything.
you know what?
Didn't do I did three weeks. See, for me and the way my body is, if I do like, let's say if I keep exercising the way I do for 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
I eventually fatigue so bad I burn out and I overtrain. Whereas I realized if I periodize in terms of just 3 weeks break, 3 weeks break, then I'm much more efficient and I can do more. Or what I'm doing now as well. I'll introduce this sometimes. I'll do like let's say my weekly amount of sets is um is 84 sets.
Mm-hmm.
84 sets over the whole week for every muscle or whatever. What I'll do is I'll literally do 12 sets each day. To do 7 days every, and I feel much better. I can go for longer. But like I did it with deload last week, and I find deload weeks or inactivity just really hard. I just want it really hard. It's fucking, but like
Yeah,
it's
no,
in.
I don't really fatigue much.
What do you
I
mean you
just
don't
don't
fatigue?
really deal with it. Like I don't like I just
Overtraining.
overtraining. Yeah, it's not really a
Really?
thing for me.
Why do you think that is?
Don't know. Just look probably. Just have a bit of luck on my side.
Genetics, maybe.
Genetics, maybe. Yeah,
What do you
could
want? What
be.
steroids you on?
Some steroids. I just train. Like I do was one point I was working in gym training and doing like jiu-jitsu on
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
day.
You were doing like last semester in college. You were doing like five, 5 days of jiu-jitsu.
5 days jiu-jitsu, 6 days of gym, and as many
So
hours
11
work I could
sessions a
do.
week.
Yeah, I don't get
And like
tired. Like,
I'd say your gym sessions were intense.
yeah, they're intense enough. Like, I dressed like,
Actually, you don't go to failure as well. That's a good
yeah,
thing.
I don't got failure too much. I rep in reserve is probably
Yeah,
But I don't care.
I leave about three, even 4 reps in a tank sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, never. Don't really find failure good, or
Yeah,
doesn't it?
like I sometimes I'll be doing an exercise or whatever, like let's say a push up for
Mm,
example, and I get into this kind of like flow state or in the zone type of state, and like sometimes the ego can get the better of me, and I'd be like, oh, I just want to do more, just want to do more,
yeah,
and it's really hard I find sometimes to just take a back seat and stop when you need to
yeah. You're gonna
stop.
have to train yourself to.
Yeah, shoot, yeah. Like sometimes I shoot my load too soon. If you
Mm.
pardon the fucking sentence, you know what I mean. Like, you know,
You definitely said that the wrong way. You could have said that
did
so
I
many
actually shoot
different
my shit?
ways.
No, I gas out. Well, sometimes I end up gassing out too early because my
That's the
ego
right
gets
term.
me. Yeah,
Here you go.
I told you I'm awkward, so
I
I
know.
I can't wait till this podcast gets successful, and then we'll have like some fucking fan of ours will make a YouTube channel, and we'll take out like out of context fucking sentences in our podcast and just
And it'll all be you.
collage.
Just all be you. Like,
Shoot my shit in Owen.
I seen a funny video of Joe Rogan the other day. It was gas. I'll have to find it for you. Send it to you.
He's funny. I watched one of his comedy specials on
Mm.
Netflix. I've never really found them funny,
Yeah, I
but
don't find his comedy too good.
you know what's interesting? Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Though, not too, about a year or two ago, I've always watched his podcast. I listened to his podcast, but I never really gave his comedy a real listen. And then, like about a year ago, I was like, "Fuck it, I'll listen to him." You know, I'll give it a listen. And I went 5 minutes in, and I just wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't really feeling it, so I just
Mm-hmm.
stopped. But then today, I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just watch the whole thing." And it's almost like he's a slow start. So like for the first 10 minutes of it, it just wasn't that funny at all. But then actually toward getting into it, I actually found it very, very funny and quite hilarious. But then it's kind of like a slow start, then he peaks and then he drops again.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I
not
got lose
mad
interest.
about American comedians. I don't find
Yeah, see, but
American like
that's us though.
yeah,
See, Americans find them funny.
yeah, like I find it so hard to find American funny.
Yeah, see, Joe Rogan in particular, the way his comedy style is very loud and in your face,
Yeah, I'm
whereas
not.
we're much more like subdued and inside jokes, and the joke is like
And
it's like the joke will
insults
be and
and
then it'll
proper
come around,
jokes. Yeah,
you know. Whereas a lot of Americans or Joe Rogan stuff in particular, they'll just laugh of him just shouting.
you
You know
ever
what I mean?
notice like Adam Sandler in all those movies? All he does is shout.
Yeah.
No,
What?
no
Yeah.
matter what role he's playing. Like I've seen him in comedies. I've seen him in a serious film. He just shouts.
Serious films aren't good, man.
No, that not.
Not good. I love
Waste
Adam
of time.
Sandler.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He's had some bad
Old stuff
movies
is
as
good.
well, but like a lot of good stuff. I think, in my opinion,
Mm.
slapstick humor. Look, no real comedy unless it's like super bad, Step Brothers, and a few others.
Few others, yeah.
No real comedy is going to get huge ratings because
Mm-hmm.
the intent of comedy is to make you laugh and to be humorous and to be unrealistic or whatever you want to say. So of course that's not gonna like draw in this massive appeal and attention
Yeah,
and
like American
acclaim.
comedians and movies and that they're great, but like stand up, they fall behind a lot of
I
comedians.
don't know, your man Chris D'Elia, you know Chris D'Elia?
Oh yeah, he's very controversial at the moment.
Is he?
Yeah.
Why is he controversial?
I
Did he
think
say the word gay, did he?
I don't know,
Oh
something to do with
God,
like grooming kids or something like that, or something weird like that.
see, those people
You
don't
should
get
look it up.
away. Those people get away with that stuff anyway because they don't give a fuck. Like they just
Yeah,
be like,
I
"Fuck
don't
you."
fully know the whole story, but he was caught out on something.
Was he grooming kids?
I don't know. You have to look it up.
Let me look this up
You
right
need to
now. Let
get
me
on
look.
Twitter. There's a lot of stuff on there.
I'm gonna look this up right now. Chris D'Elia grooming kids. It's gonna lead to like one of those Pornhub videos. Chris grooming text.
It's just there's some story. I don't know exactly what they're saying. Like,
Oh, Chris D'Elia has been accused of sexually harassing and grooming multiple women when they were underage after a Twitter thread chronicling instances where he
yeah,
tried to solicit nudes from or meet up with teenage fans who went viral on Tuesday night. This is last week.
yeah,
The chap's
it's very
like
recent.
doing a podcast since then. He just doesn't give a fuck.
Probably.
Look, innocent till proven guilty. Like, as in,
Oh
like
yeah,
this
yeah,
happens
yeah,
to
definitely. Yeah,
happens to everyone, man. You know,
agree
this
with you.
does
Yeah.
happen to everyone.
Instance
Like
until
Your
proven
man
guilty.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, didn't he? He had stuff as well. Oh, like he's in it. They do bad stuff to underage. Obviously, that's bad, but as in, we're in an era where people try and take advantage of any little thing that goes on.
We live
Any
in an
little
era
mistake.
of guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, cancel culture, it's called.
Mm.
Oh, and you call me fat, so you're cancelled.
With that, I think we'll end it here.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're a bigot. Yeah. So that was a good podcast.
Yeah, it's
What
been fun.
numbers did you have? 3?
3, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna try do this every Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, and if Alan gets around to it, he'll upload it Tuesday or on a Wednesday anyway. Yeah, and hopefully our co-host, which you
Adam
cannot see, Adam,
will be
will
here.
return.
Yeah, next week
Because
hopefully.
we miss his opinions, because we have good opinions, but we bounce off each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, this podcast here, me and you just have sexual tension. Oh,
But that's how, yeah. I think it's time to finish off here.
all right. My name's Cal Kinsel. That's Owen Carey. We'll
See
see
you
you in
next
the
week.
next episode.